How would you like to save a bunch of money and a ton of hassle on your next move? I'm going to show you how to do it. This is Monday Mornings with Mark. Hi, I'm your host, Mark J. Schmidt of Remax Country and MoveMeMark.com. So, moving is a huge hassle, let's face it. You know, a few years ago, my wife and I decided to sell our home and buy a new home. And as I tell everyone, I felt like the doctor who became a patient. You know, it's one thing when you're on this side of the table and you're just helping people sell their homes, but when you're the one who's actually going through all the steps, it gives you a much greater appreciation for what everyone goes through. I definitely appreciate it a lot more after going through the process, what my own clients go through, and I think it's helped me help them make their moves. So anyway, one thing I learned is that when you're making a move, the best way that you can save money and save a lot of hassle is to get rid of stuff. You know, we have this tendency to hold on to things. Whether you're living in a small apartment or in a gigantic mansion, we tend to hang on to things, thinking that, okay, well, I've got this sweater or I've got this TV or whatever, and you think, well, maybe I'll need that one day. And you go and you put it in a room, or maybe you put it in your basement or in your attic, and you think you're going to get to it one day, and then you forget about it. It's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. And what you wind up doing is accumulating a lot of stuff. And then when you go to make your move, now all of a sudden you've got all this stuff you have to deal with. So I'm going to give you one great piece of advice right now, which is like once a year, you should go through your things. See what you have and ask yourself, are you really going to use this ever again? Because when it comes time to make that move, you're going to ask yourself, do I want to move it? Do I need to bring this with me? And if you are going to bring it with you, all it's going to do is cost you money to pay that mover to move it to your next place. So there are 3 great things you can do with your stuff if you're not planning on keeping it. The first thing is you can sell it. There's lots of great apps and websites and even Facebook where you can go and sell things that you no longer want. The second thing you can do is donate it. There's lots of great charities out there that are just more than happy than to take any clothes you might have, furniture, things of that nature. Some of these charities will go and take those items and sell them and use that money to support their charitable works. And other charities might actually just take your items and give them to people who need them. The third thing you can do, throw it out. If you're not going to use it and it's not anything that can be salvaged, just get rid of it. Now, when my father-in-law was selling his home and the home that he and his wife raised my wife and her sister in, what he did was they had this 3rd floor walk-up attic. And what he did was he told his daughters, listen, if there's anything you want, go ahead and grab it. Otherwise, it's going out the window. You're probably saying going out the window. Yeah, what he did was he took a window completely out of the frame and everything they didn't want went out that window 3 stories below down to the driveway. And my brother-in-law and I were tasked with moving that from the driveway into the dumpster he had rented. Sometimes you've got to be ruthless. If you're not going to, use it again, just get rid of it. This is going to save you so much money, so much hassle, and there's even another benefit is that when you're selling your home, it's going to make your home look so much better. Less is more when selling your home, and your home is going to look decluttered, it's going to look more open, and it's going to look more cared for when people see there's a lot of space. So, listen, take my advice, start thinning your stuff out. You're going to be in great shape when it's time to make your move. Now listen, if you have questions about buying or selling a home, please visit my website. There's lots of great stuff there for you. You can find me at www.MoveMeMark.com. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you next week for more Monday Mornings with Mark. You have a great week.